Hi, this is Daryl, your Kramer here, and I would like to discuss what happened on Sunday night, or last Sunday night, at the Oscars at the Dolby Theater. What happened with the Oscars, what was seemingly a very unprecedented event. A Academy Award nominee, Will Smith, walked onto the stage and just slapped, smacked, or you could say physically assaulted the MC of the event right in the face on live television in most parts of the world. Well, except for the US because it's a delay because they censor things in the US on something like that, which I can't understand. I mean, if it's a live event, why not just make it just put it live? Who cares? Whatever. But anyway, Chris Rock, as I'm sure most people know already, Chris Rock went on stage and he entered. Chris Rock was on the stage. He was making jokes about uh, Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, I believe her name is, and just made a joke referring to the '90s film. I guess 1997 film G.I. Jane, where a woman in the military goes through basic training to train to go on the front lines and fight, for country. And anyway, and anyway, it's a very sad state of affairs. I mean, it was the second lowest rated according to Nielsen ratings, or second lowest in viewership uh, in the history of the Academy Awards, second only to last year, which was plagued by COVID. And so basically, because people couldn't go see the movies due to COVID, nobody was very familiar with any of the films that were released at that time. So it's very interesting, but I think next year it's going to be a lot a lot different because I think they're going to change the host. It's going to go from Chris Rock to maybe Jerry Springer, and maybe Wilkos will be the security guard, to break things up because it's money, it's ratings, and ratings are everything, right? So people like violence; they get off on violence. They love that. But I heard, meanwhile, while all this stuff was going on, ironically interesting, which was very interesting enough, uh, Serena Williams had, I guess you could say, a wardrobe malfunction. And quite frankly, I'd rather see that than see somebody going on stage and assaulting somebody. Than, and I don't know, I don't understand America's priorities, but I think that's much better than seeing violence on television, to be honest. And Will Smith was being nominated, I think, for Best Actor for his role in the film King Richard, which I haven't seen yet. But I find it quite ironic, that Will Smith basically caused a lot of controversy for basically having, for going on stage, assaulting the MC, and then having a rant about his wife, and telling the comedian or Chris Rock or MC not to talk about his wife using some expletives, which I think was really, really ridiculous. But then again, the film was a biopic basically on Richard Williams, who was the father of probably one of the most controversial tennis players in women's history, Serena Williams. Okay, so that sounds. I mean, talking about life imitating art. I mean, if you can recall what happened to Venus, or not Venus, Serena, Serena Venus's younger sister, at the 2000 and 2019 U.S. Open. How time flies! In her final against Naomi Osaka, how she just she just had a meltdown, saying that she would never cheat, and she wouldn't cheat because she's a mother and she wants to set a good example for her child, and it just sounds. It reminds me of something, It reminds me of something back then, and I just find it ironic that and it's almost like saying because he plays, not the actual Will Smith is not the actual father of Serena, but he won an Academy Award for playing the father of Serena Williams on screen. I find it ironic that, and it's almost like it's saying the apple doesn't fall from the tree. You know what I mean? But at least Serena hasn't, actually physically assaulted. So she's made threat to kill people on the court. However, to this day, she hasn't killed anybody yet or assaulted anybody. Knock on wood, right? But you know what? I'm just thinking. You know what? I'm just thinking. What what would say, for instance, what would people do, say if or what would happen, say if Don Rickles, aka Mr. Wonk, were alive today? What would happen if, say, he was the MC of that show and he was there? What would happen? He would probably mention something like, "Oh, look at that! Look, oh, we see. Oh, look, it's Cassius Clay and Uncle Fester over there. Oh, what a cute K couple. Hey, whatever, love is love." And it'd be like, "Hey, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you." But and I wonder what would happen to him if Don Rickles was born 40 years later. He'd probably be a dead man by now. Oh my gosh, Because I remember at the time, maybe it was back maybe in the 60s or something, uh, when Frank Sinatra was in the audience. And, Frank Sinatra, there was much speculation that he had mob ties. And, and basically, at that time, Don saw Frank in the audience, and he said something like, "Hey, Frank, why don't you go hit someone?" And I guess, Frank was just there. He just laughed with his chums, the fellow Rat Packers. Perhaps Sammy was there, Sammy Davis Jr. and Joey Bishop and Dean Martin were there, and they were just having a good laugh. But gee, I mean, nowadays, hey, next time I do stand up, hey, I better bring a bodyguard, right? Or next time, you better. If next time you have an event like the Oscars, hey, why not bring out, like, present the MC like they present the Pope nowadays. Have him like in a have like a partition with plexiglass or bulletproof glass around them, so he could just do his job. I mean, it's gone really, really ridiculous. I mean, with the cancel culture and everything, and it's like nobody can joke. It seems like it's getting to the point where nobody can joke about anything anymore, and it's really, 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 really a shame. Yeah, I would like to know your comments. Place your comments below, and I would really like to know what you feel about this whole. I guess you could say this whole incident, this whole debacle, or something like that, uh, that involved Will Smith and Chris Rock. And what should be done? What should the Academy do? Should they should they take Smith's Oscar away? Should the Academy or the Screen Actors Guild uh, basically reprimand Smith for what he did on stage? I would like to know. Also, in addition to that, I would like to talk about Mint Mobile. I've been using Mint for over 3 years. I've completed my 2 year mint anniversary, as they say, with Mint, my 2 year mint anniversary about 6 months ago, and I'm going on 3 years now. And I highly, highly recommend you use Mint. For only $15 a month, you could get great service from a great company such as Mint. All I want you to do is just follow this link, which is http fby.me/r2dmr, and save on Mint Mobile. Also, if you want, Mint also offers an unlimited plan, or as what somebody once said once, an unlimited plan, but it's actually an unlimited plan. And so far, I've been paying so far for the past 6 months. I pay in advance, $210 for unlimited data, unlimited texting with Mint Mobile. Anyway, I would like to know your opinion. What should happen to Will Smith, and what do you think this means for the future of entertainment, of the entertainment industry, sports, and other other types of live performances? What do you think should happen? What do you think is going to happen? All right. Anyway, put your comments below. I'd like to hear about it. See you.